Keep watching if you want to know how to animate troop numbers for free. It's simple and doesn't include any coding, so let's start by going into the Fusion page of our animation. Press Shift spacebar and type in text plus. Hit enter to add it to our node section. Click and drag it onto our output line, press Shift, and drop it when half the line goes blue. With your text node selected, come over to the right hand side and right click where it says text 1. Come down and select the edit controls option. Rename it to whatever you'd like and change the page type to text. Click the integer box if you want full numbers as well. Next, input a range of values that you want your troop counter to animate between. Change the input to slider control and then press OK. You should see a slider has now been added with the name you chose and the range of numbers you put in. The counter won't be visible yet, so come up to the text box and right click. Press the expression option at the bottom. Now don't get worried here, we aren't coding. All you have to do is type the name of your slider inside the brackets. Hit enter and you'll see the troop counter is now visible and fully functional. Keyframe it at a chosen value before your front line moves, and then keyframe another value further on. Now we can start to animate this moving with our front line. With your place slider over the first keyframe, go to the layout tab in the inspector. You'll see the numbers are fixed in place according to a point, which you can move around. You can keyframe this and move your counter, but there is an even better way to do this, where you can curve your numbers. Click on the type drop down arrow and select path at the bottom. Now go to your media window and draw a path that you want your numbers to follow. After putting down a second point, you'll see the number counter instantly takes position along the path and you can adjust the curve to your liking. Keyframe this at the start position and move to the end of your invasion. You can now change the position of your numbers and edit the path again to match the direction of your front line. We are almost finished, but to make it look extra nice, we can keyframe the size to increase as our troop number increases, which makes it look like our army is growing. We can also change the position along the path to make the movement more dynamic. The last thing we can do to round it all off is select all the keyframes we just made and press Smooth Path at the bottom to leave us with this animated troop counter.